but that's the interesting part about it. I am a Trevor Noah fan. I actually like Trevor Noah a lot. I just hate him on the Daily Show. is all that is. And honestly, if Stewart didn't host the Daily Show and we just got Trevor Noah, like that's what it was from the start, then it would be perfectly serviceable. But when you go from Stewart to Noah, it's just a different vibe altogether. All right. So, in other news, we get a bit of a return, right? You think about like things like Star Wars, things like the Batman franchise, right? And inevitably, in those movies, you always get a movie that's like the return, right? The Return of the Jedi, Batman Returns, Spider-Man Returns. Isn't that a thing? I don't think that's not a movie yet. They haven't gotten to Spider-Man Returns yet. They'll get there eventually, right? So in reality, uh, you know, we get returns every now and then, right? But bam, I present to you Jon Stewart returns. I feel like I should have had a sound effect. I shouldn't be doing that myself. But Jon Stewart is returning to sort of behind the desk, right? That's where we appreciate John the most. Not saying that he's not a fine director, which I'm not gonna lie, didn't watch Irresistible, so I couldn't tell you. But it also didn't look that great. But so let me give you a bit of a piece of this article from the Hollywood Reporter. So Jon Stewart, the former writer, producer, and host of the Daily Show, is set to front an all new current affairs series for the streaming service Apple TV Plus. The show, which will run for multiple seasons, puts Stewart back behind the anchor's chair as he explores a host of topics at the center of both the national conversation and his own advocacy work. Through Stewart's new entry, Stewart's new entry won't have a nightly or even weekly cadence. It's poised to thrust Apple TV Plus into the national dialogue in a richer way in that effort. And it joins another timely interview series, the Oprah Conversation. That's a show.
I
The
guess.
Oprah Conversation. That's it's the dumbest title. Anyways, at the streamer Apple TV Plus. Dude. Well, before I get to my excitement, what do you think about Stewart returning to host a new show for Apple TV Plus?
I mean, I like it. I like it. It's not surprising that it was Apple TV Plus, just because they are searching for content. It seems like almost every week you hear something new that they are grabbing up. I'm not surprised that it's Jon Stewart. Honestly, I was waiting for him to make, the return to the Daily Show type thing. But I'm excited. I like Jon Stewart. I like his advocacy work. I like his political satire that he does. He was a mainstay on TV. Whenever I was looking for some current day political commentary, and he had that humor about him that just that almost resonated with. I don't necessarily want to say like the common man, because clearly Jon Stewart is not the common man, but
Yeah, his bank account would indicate such.
yeah, exactly. A couple of billies in there probably,
Yeah.
but yeah, he made it easy to understand while making it funny, and I'm saying this, I was watching the Daily Show when I was much younger. I don't watch so much of it with Trevor Noah right now. I do like Trevor Noah, nothing against
Because
him.
it's
It's just
trash. Let's just say it. Let's just say, like,
yeah, I
look,
know,
the
I know
elephant in
you're
the
not.
room. Let's just get
You're
the
not a
elephant
Trevor
in the
Noah
room.
fan.
No, no,
No, man, Trevor Noah's got some good stuff.
no, but that's the interesting part about it. I am a Trevor Noah fan. I actually like Trevor Noah a lot. I just hate him on the Daily Show. Is all that
Gotcha.
is. And honestly, if Stewart didn't host the Daily Show and we just got Trevor Noah, like that's what it was from the start, then it would be perfectly serviceable. But when you go from Stewart to Noah, it's just a different vibe altogether, and it's just different. It's a
But do you
different feel.
think do you think that anybody could have stepped into that role and really succeeded at properly?
I'm
to the
not
level
sure.
that Jon Stewart was doing it. So like that's the
I'm not
thing.
sure.
It's like, could Trevor Noah really have won you over in that role?
That's just it. I'm not arguing that point. I'm not saying that it's because of Trevor Noah. I'm saying that it's because how great Jon Stewart was that it just
Yeah.
ruins it for literally everybody else to host the show. I really don't care who it was, to host it after him. He just the what he brought to it was just different, in terms of just like even just like the topics he covered, the
Yeah.
angle in which he would cover the topics, the humor that he would bring to it, the way he delivered his lines. I just yeah, just everything about it. I just and weirdly enough, I actually didn't watch the Daily Show while Stewart was actually hosting. I actually mainly just know it from the Nowhere years. But going back online, like I honestly didn't. I've never really been politically engaged until around the 16 election, and that's pretty much he bowed out at this,
Yeah.
at the start of the 2016 election. Um, and so so because I never watched him live, uh, I had no concept of it. But when I would go back and just see on like the YouTube, I would see all the clips and I would watch these clips. I'd be like, holy shit, this is infinitely better than anything Trevor Noah was doing by like a country mile, and so and so I kind of wondered to myself like why isn't he continuing to host the show, because and that's what's been made this such a it's both bitter, like it's bitter sweet that he's coming back now because he missed the entirety of Trump's presidency when we could have
Yeah.
surely used his viewpoint, within the insanity that was, or that is, I guess, and potentially might still be, Trump's presidency. How things are looking right now probably looks like Trump's probably not going to win, but who knows? Chaos will ensue this coming Tuesday. Um, so yeah, but I will say that for one, I love the fact that he's back. You know, I will be waiting on pins and needles for each episode that drops. I know they said that they weren't doing it weekly and that it might not even happen, with regularity. But I'll be waiting for each episode of this show. But I will say this is a major fucking win for Apple TV Plus because now
Yeah.
people have to go to Apple TV Plus. This is the equivalent of like Netflix signing like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, right? Uh,
Yeah.
to their platforms because it's like, well, now people have to go to Apple TV Plus to check out the new Jon Stewart show, which they will do. It's not like a movie that it's like, a movie came out, it came and went. No, it's like a series, right? And it's not the Oprah conversation, right? Because it's like, who really needs to go watch the Oprah conversation? I'm to be perfectly fucking honest. Like
I get
I love Oprah, but also I don't need to fucking subscribe to Apple TV Plus to watch that.
but you know what? You're gonna have Apple TV Plus soon enough. And when you're done watching that Jon Stewart special, just hop right over to some conversations with the
No,
big
no,
O.
I'll just turn off the TV. It's fine. I'll just go play outside. It's cool. I'll just
You don't actually have to turn off the TV. You can just get out of the app.
Yeah, no. I'll have to shut it down. Yeah,
The
shut
whole
everything
thing.
down. Shut down the
Yeah.
computer. Shut down the TV. Go outside. Maybe go on like a road trip. I don't know. Do something different. Yeah, you just can't just turn off the app.
Yeah, watch you turn it off in the middle of when she's doing a giveaway for the 800th subscriber, and it happens to be you, and you're not there.
Yeah,
You could have had yourself a Prius, man. Could have had yourself a Prius.
as a very wise young man once told me, it'd be like that sometimes. So